Hi everyone. One of my many interests include architecture, and one of the most fascinating buildings I find are Japanese castles. And I want to take you through a particular book that deals with these fascinating structures. This book is An Encyclopedia of Japanese Castles by William D. Lang. As you can see, this book is quite the tome. It is 600 pages of fascinating facts about Japanese castles. It is truly encyclopedic in its scope. It details not only the history and evolution of Japanese castles, but also it looks at the different styles, the different types of castles, and their evolution over time, as well as all the key features that make up these incredible structures. The Japanese names are included as well so that you can follow along linguistically. This entire book is all written in English, and it is probably the most extensive, in-depth work that is currently available. There were some books written about Japanese castles back in the 1960s, but this is a refreshing update and a far more comprehensive look. Because not only do we learn about the evolution of Japanese castles and their role in Japanese society, but we then also get a 400-page one-on-one look at each castle. And this section is divided into three. We are treated to detailed chapters, or mini chapters rather, about original castles, so castles that haven't been reconstructed or were destroyed, that are still original, such as Himeji, the exquisite castle. We then go through and look at the reconstructions, so there are far more castles that have been reconstructed over time, particularly in the post-war periods between the 1950s and the 1960s. And while internally they may use modern materials, externally they represent or look close to what they used to do in their original form. And then the third part of that section is the ruins. We then are taken through, again, a guide through each castle, its site, and its history. It's quite fascinating that each castle has so much information packed about it. It's like 20 different guidebooks have been compressed into one, or each guidebook of each castle has been compressed into this one singular volume. All the castles are illustrated, and there's plenty of photos. Most of the color ones are done by the author. In addition to this, there's a lot of archival images and a lot of contemporary maps that show the layout of the castles, some of them at their apex. My one gripe is that, in particular with some of the black and white photos, the text, the captions, the way they have been embedded into the photo makes it quite hard to read those captions. So if they had been moved or made a different color, or maybe the captions had been moved to the bottom of the photo rather than having it in the photo, that would make the reading process a bit easier. But seriously, if that's the only gripe, then really that just is a testament to the quality of this book. I would have liked to have seen more layouts, so modern layouts of all the castles, or maybe some of the major castles, but there are Japanese books out there that have those features, and if you want that, you can always look at those. But for everyone else who are interested in the history of Japanese castles, where to find them, what constitutes a castle, what constitutes some of the features, why they look the way they do, look no further. This book is truly an encyclopedia. The writing style is easy, flows well, easy to understand, and you can follow through each step of the process. What happened to the castle? Who lived in it? Who built it? Who ended up inheriting it? What happened to it after the Meiji period, when there were considerable reconstructions in Japanese society? Also, those that were destroyed or rebuilt during the war, how they were affected. There is a tremendous amount of information here. It is a gold mine. And again, for me, this book has truly helped me with my travels and understanding which castles I wanted to see and which ones I especially wanted to visit. So if you're looking at traveling and you want to put Japanese castles on your itinerary, well then, don't look no further than this book. It is phenomenal for the amount of research, for the accessibility, for the sheer level of detail and photos and information that is included in these 600 pages. This book is truly a five captain's hats. So do pick it up and do enjoy it, because it is a fascinating read of a fascinating structure, or even structural type. And there you have it. So enjoy and happy reading, everyone.